Hey guys, I wanted to go through a few styles today. So I have this whole setup. I have a mirror in front of me, a mirror prop behind me on the couch, so hopefully as I'm doing them you'll be able to see the back as I'm going through it. I know it's not super clear back there, so when you do actually need to definitely see what's going on back there, I'll just turn around. So I have, I guess, 10 different styles that I'm going to go through. So the two main things that I use, well, really a lot of the styles don't use anything. You just wrap your dreads with another dread or something. But in the cases where I do need some type of accessory, I have this, which is a dread tie that the couple who actually put my dreads in and do my maintenance made this. So it's pretty much just an elastic from here around back to here, and you could kind of make that. Sorry, this is like not focusing on it. Anyway, you can make it pretty much whatever length you want if you want to make your own. So you just cut a length of elastic. You get one of these clip things where you could squeeze it and change where you want it to be. So you can make it a really small elastic with these hanging beads, or you could squeeze it and put it all the way at the end, and then you have this really big hairband. So I use this, and then just like bobby pins. These are kind of extra big bobby pins. So the eyelet here is a little bit wider of a diameter than smaller bobby pins, just because they squeeze the dread a little bit too much and pull it, and it hurts sometimes at the root. So I got like extra large bobby pins. So to start out, I'm actually just, obviously you all know how to wear a headband, but something that I've found really helps when I do just want to wear my hair down with a headband. After a while, these hairs in the back here, like right along where the headband is actually set, the headband puts a lot of pressure on those. So I think it's way more comfortable if you just pull out those bottom few dreads to the bottom of the headband. And on me it's always exactly 4. It's these 4 that always hurt. So in the back you just have these few sticking out from the bottom of your headband, and it just is so much more comfortable. The headband sits up a little bit higher. It's not pushing on any of the roots directly, and obviously when your hair's down you can't tell at all. Okay, number 2 is just extremely simple, which I actually don't do too much, but like I said, because I usually do wear a headband. But if you found yourself out and about and you wanted these to stop falling in your face, you could just take 2 from the sides right above your ears and tie them back. Do a single or a double knot and then just tuck in the ends. Okay, a ponytail. You could do a ponytail by either taking 2 dreads from underneath and just tying them together, like 2 dreads from really close to each other. That didn't work out too well. Okay, and tying those together, ponytail. From here, then you could actually flip your hair up and tie those same 2 dreads around again, like that. So you kind of have a bun and no hair accessory necessary. So just a little bun like that. You could also, instead of using 2 dreads to tie in a ponytail, you could just take 1, pull your hair together, and then wrap it fully around, all the way around like this, and then just tuck that 1 in. So that just uses 1 instead, and you kind of have a loop around your ponytail. Next, I'm going to do like a round twist bun. However, most people that I've seen do it where they just kind of pull it all together, twist all the hair together, and then wrap that around, and then tuck in all the frays. I feel like that, whenever I seem to try that, it always ends up being a bit lopsided, either on one side of the head or the other, or like actually when you start wrapping it, obviously your hair in a ponytail is thicker here and gets thinner at the bottom, right? So if you take it all together and wrap it together, if it goes to the left of the bun first, the left side is going to be like a super big bulge. And then when you get to the right side and it's just these little frays, like that part's very thin. I don't know, I can never seem to get it too even like that. So what I do is actually split my hair down the middle, like as if it's going into pigtails. Oh, that's one that I forgot. One of my beginning easy fives was pigtails. So let me just do that real quick. But very simple, obviously. You just hold it here to the side, take one dread, and wrap that around as well. But you just wrap and then tuck in. Pretty easy. Take this one from underneath, wrap it around, and tuck it in. So back to the bun. So yeah, I split it down the middle. I get one side, so I don't know why, I usually do my left side. You kind of pull up higher. I want to get all the hairs going pretty straight together. I have my hair split in two sections, hopefully see in the back mirror. I'm holding one kind of up high here and one section down low. And then you want to twist both of them together, pretty much. And as you're twisting them around each other, you twist them themselves. And I usually try to twist them away from the middle of the bun. So pretty much the middle of the bun is going to be right here. So this top piece is going to go around into the right side of the bun, and the bottom piece is going to go underneath into the left side of the bun. So I'm going to start twisting this one out. So you got that going. And then this one, this is where it's always a little hard. You kind of have to, okay, twisting this one down. Okay, so I'm kind of holding them, I'll just turn for this, like this. And then you just twist them around each other. And this is one of the styles where I use that dread tie that I showed you in the beginning. I just take it on its loosest setting and wrap it all around. So, you see that? But it's a pretty good even bun. Usually there'll be little, like for instance, this one is very loose. If there's little flyaways here at the bottom, that's where I just take a bobby pin and push them in. So just a basic French braid like you would do with your hair if it wasn't dreaded. So I'm just going to kind of start this one. I probably won't go all the way down. If I just turn real quick. That's just like a regular French braid so far. So from here you can continue and braid all the way down and just have a regular French braid. Or once you get to this point, you just split your hair in half, just like we did before. And you do the round bun at this point. And then throw again your dread tie around it, or a hair tie, or whatever you have. So it's just a little fancier than doing the regular bun where you just pull your hair back, divide it in two, and twist it. This you start a French braid. So the top part is French braided, and then you have your bun at the bottom. And then the last thing, I mean, it's just like a version of a French braid, really. And I know there's tons of versions of French braids, right? There's like fishtails and all that. I think it looks a lot like a net, like a fishing net. It's just like intertwined woven pieces together. There's a few ways that this can be done. You just start with two pieces. So one near the front on each side. And now this you're really going to want to see the back for. So, okay, we'll see how this goes. So for this, you have your two pieces, you're just going to cross them. And you could do it really up high here, I guess, if you want to start it high. I kind of start this one pretty low, like around the crown of my head. So you just have these two pieces crossed. like that, just laying down. So you're going to start a French braid, which means, so right now I have this one on top, so I'm going to take another piece from this side and cross it over top. So I've pretty much just started a French braid. I have exactly three dreads, they're crossed. Next, what you would do in a regular French braid is you would pick a hair up from this side, add it to your right dread here, and cross both of those over together, right? That's how you do a regular French braid. You keep picking up more, adding it to what you have, and continuing down. What I'm going to do instead is pick this one up, and instead of adding it to this dread and crossing it over, I'm going to just lay the dread that I already have there flat and only take the new one and only cross the new one over. Okay, this one, cross over. This is your beginning of a braid. Take one from this side, and like I said, instead of adding it to, you would originally add it to this and cross them both over, like that. Instead of doing that, you're going to drop the original one and just cross over the new one. Now here, I would typically add to this one and then cross them both over. Instead, I'm just going to drop that one, pick up a new one, and cross that one over. Here again, instead of adding to this, you drop it, pick up a new one, and cross it over. So really you're only ever holding two dreads at once. Like right now I'm holding these two. I dropped that one. I pick up this one, cross it over, and I'm holding these two. I drop that one. Pick one up from here, cross it, pick one up from here, cross it. So now, I don't know if you can see what I mean, how it kind of looks like a net, right? So at this point, you can continue down. You can go all the way down. Eventually, you'll have like a ponytail. It'll squeeze the hair all really tight into a ponytail. You could go all the way down the ponytail even. Your other option is to just get to this halfway point, take a bobby pin, and like I said how you only have to hold two dreads at once, you just have to secure those two dreads. So if you just put a bobby pin around those two. So yeah, and there's also a few different tightnesses you can do this. Like right now I left it pretty loose, and by that I mean like in between dreads, like there's a, you could see through these two, you could see through these two, like they're not tight together. The other option is to do them where you just pick up much more. So right now I kind of just picked up like all along my hairline. So pretty much all the hair in the middle of your head is just laying flat, just going straight down. It's not getting used in the braid at all. If you wanted to make it a bit tighter, like, you can just kind of squish it for now, like this, where all the dreads that are being used are actually like touching each other. They're like laying flat against each other and you can't really see the hair in between them at all, like that. If you wanted to do it tighter than that, you'd probably just use a few more dreads. So you might use like the first two rows of dreads all along here. So yeah, you could continue that down into a ponytail and keep wrapping it all around the ponytail as you go down, or you can just end it halfway like that. So that's it. Those are 10, right? We have the headband, we have tying it back simply with 2, ponytail, wrapping around with the dread and then flipping your ponytail up into a bun, pigtails, that's 5. Those are the 5 easy ones that I just mentioned. Then you have your bun, your twisted bun. You have your French braid, like your big thick French braid, into both just a regular French braid and into a bun. And then you have that net braid that I'm calling just half up or continued all the way down along your ponytail. So yeah, those are the 10 styles I'm going through today. I was supposed to update you on the maintenance. They pretty much did exactly what I thought they would. They just used a crochet hook and pulled in a lot of the loose hairs at the root and all those little loops and bubbles that were sticking out the side. So they feel much smoother, and it was pretty tight at first. My scalp like hurt a bit for the day after maintenance. They really pulled it in tight. But I mean, it was probably worth it because it's already, there's some pieces out again. So that was a week ago already. And yeah, so I've had my dreads now for about 4.5 weeks. So I'm sure I'm going to come up with more styles or find out about more styles as we go. So I might add to this in a bit. But yeah, that's it for now. Okay, bye.